Hi everyone, this is Mclean, the founder of HopeandVoice. HopeandVoice was founded in 2009 after I was recovering from a debilitating illness. And it was during that time, whilst I was convalescing at home, God spoke to me to deal with issues stemming back from my childhood days. And some of the issues I had to deal with includes unforgiveness and how to work on my self-esteem. HopeandVoice's vision is to reach out to women with emotional issues to help them to rediscover their voice, revive their dreams, and to restore hope. Today, I'm privileged to have Sharon Mclean here with me. Sharon Mclean, welcome Sharon Mclean. She is the founder of Business with Excellence. Business with Excellence was founded 12 years ago, and it offers training, coaching, and mentoring services for small businesses to help them to grow. She's also the director of the Family Therapy Center. Now, Sharon, would you like to tell us a little bit more about yourself?
Yes. What would you like to know? There's so much to know about myself. As you said, I started Business with Excellence 12 years ago, and I've had a passion to help people in business. When I started my business, there wasn't much consultants around offering training and mentoring. The only place you could get business support was if you went to your local bank. I was meeting a lot of professional women who were having children, and they wanted to then have time at home with their children and not go back into their full-time work. So they were professional women with lots of adaptable skills, and I saw my role as helping them make that transition from the corporate world into the world of business, which you need a completely different set of skills. In the corporate world, you have your own director, you have your own HR department, you have your own computer department. But if you're self-employed doing the business on your own, you have to be the cleaner, you have to be the cook, you have to be the computer person, and it's working with these women at the beginning and helping them make that transition, and also looking at what skills and talents they have and what viable skills and talents that they could use to make it into a viable business. So that's what I started off doing. I was mainly working with women, but now my business is for business owners. So that could be male, female, charities, social enterprise, anyone who's got a passion to do something and earn a living from it. So it's an alternative way of working.
That's good, yeah. I like the word, it's the passion. You see, one thing you said, because I was going to ask you what was your reason for starting Business with Excellence. Well, you mentioned the passion. I think you've said it all already, is the passion you have behind. So one thing is we have to have, when probably want to do anything, is have to have the drive, the passion. That's what will take you in the midst of obstacles or challenges. That's what will take you to where you are, to where you want to be.
Definitely.
And I like, one thing I like is you said your business is called Business with Excellence. I like the word excellence. Excellent means it's not just a business, but it's excellent and it's outstanding. So my word for you today, if you're out there, if you're watching, you're listening, is to whatever you find your hands, whatever you're involved in doing, do it to your best ability, whether probably if it's a career, if it's your business, whatever it is, or probably you're doing a project, or you are even if you're a homemaker, you can do whatever you're doing, do it to your best ability. So my next question for you is, what challenges or obstacle did you face?
What, when starting the business?
And running the business as well.
Well, at the beginning there was lots of challenges, because one thing about business that you have to realise is that you may think you know everything, but others don't know. And there's a period when you're in business of people getting to know you, and there's a period of process. So when I first started my business, I wanted to work like with local authorities, local councils, for them to pay me to support people who want to go into business. So it could have been people who were unemployed, who might not have been able to pay for my services. So I saw a need there. Every time I approached them, they didn't know who I was, they weren't happy to support me, they wanted me to have a certain amount of insurance, a certain amount of a track record, which I have in terms of my training. Obviously, because I was new into business, I didn't have this track record. So that was a big obstacle I faced. I approached so many organisations and they just didn't want to know. So I went home one day and I thought, well, what can I do to build up my credibility? So I decided to achieve or overcome that obstacle. Let me start with myself. So let me start with me and building up my credibility with the people around me. So what I did is, for the first year, every weekend I ran budgeting and finance workshops. Started with my friends and families, invited them to invite their friends and families, and got them all ready for thinking about how are they going to use money in their personal lives, get that in order for them to then start the business. I did this on a regular basis, and one thing I would say when you're starting out in business is that you need to be consistent in whatever you're doing. It could be something small. So every weekend I was running these seminars, and then the word got out. And then after that I started working with these people to look at their ideas, their gifts, their skills. So I started mentoring them. So every service that I offer in my business has been a result of the response from the people that I've been working with. So the business breakfasts I used to do, the business exhibitions, they all said we want more. And that's how it built up. And then as time went on and as the years went on, I was able to go back to organisations, and the way I got in was by attending their meetings, finding out what was on their agenda for the community, and whatever was on their agenda, if it fitted in with my passion and purpose, I would then provide that service.
Excellent.
And now I'm pleased to say that I'm in with most of the local councils providing business support. I'm in with quite a few organisations providing supports, and you have to look at what is the need and fulfil that need. But when you're in the early days, you've got to build up your own credibility.
Definitely.
Yeah, and you do that through being consistent.
Consistent. That's so just quite a lot of tips to take on, but that's quite excellent. And I've just learned quite a lot that you have to be consistent. And first of all, you start up with the people that you know, and then what happens, and then you expand and extend to the people you don't know.
Yes.
And then probably you. I think again another thing is word of mouth, which is very good.
Very powerful.
It's powerful.
Yeah.
Word of mouth.
Yeah.
And one thing I have to say is, in spite of if you are facing any challenge or any difficulties or any obstacles, one thing you can do is to start with whatever you want to do, whatever you want to accomplish in life. Start doing something, and it is when you start doing something you find the joy, you find the peace, you find that fulfillment, and it also brings healing. And another thing you can do is to reach out to others, help others. Because it is in giving you receive. And another thing I can suggest you create what you call it's a mental toughness. I want to use the word, the phrase, to jump over a hurdle. Normally we see a physical hurdle, like when you're doing a race, you jump over a physical hurdle. But this is jumping over a mental hurdle, and that will help you to go far.
Yes.
Yeah,
definitely.
So the next question for you is what accomplishment are you proud of? What is one accomplishment the most that you're most proud of?
Regarding business?
Yes, or anything general in life.
There's
business.
lots of accomplishments, but I think in business, my greatest accomplishment is the fact that I'm able to help such a wide variety of business owners. I've worked with the deaf.
Yeah.
I've worked with disadvantaged groups. And it's just a joy to see that no matter what anyone comes with, once I see the passion there, I'm able to draw it out of them.
Definitely.
Yeah. So, it's fantastic. One client I've worked with, she had a business idea for years, and it's only now she started progressing in her business. Another lady I worked with right at the start of business, and she's just been so successful because she's followed her dreams and her passion. Yes, that's a great accomplishment. I feel fulfilled when I see others walking in their calling and their destiny of what they're meant to be doing, and that's my greatest accomplishment. When I start with them and I see them get to the destination where they want to be.
It's very good. That's quite fulfilling. Yes, but
it's
just reaching out and helping others, quite fulfilling.
Yes, very fulfilling.
It is. Yeah. One thing I want to say about accomplishment is that for you want to accomplish anything, you've got to put something to get something in to get something out. And one way you can accomplish anything is to set goals. let's say for example, you start from the something intangible, and the end result becomes tangible. I'll use for an example. You probably want to do a building project. It starts off with an idea, and with the idea you need to put several things in place, like having some architectural inputs, another input, but at the end of it all you have the physical thing, which is tangible, which is the building. So my advice for you today is to start off with your goal. With any goal, start anything you want to do, start off with setting goals. In fact, I'll mention about there's a webinar on the 8th of November. I'll talk more about it towards the end. So my next question for you is, I was going to ask you partly, would you be able to give a little bit of 2 or 3 tips for success in life?
Yeah, if you're looking to be successful in life, first of all, you've got to believe in who you are. The first thing is focus, I would say. So focus, you must have something that you are aiming for. If you have no focus, you'll just get up each morning and you'll just go with what the weather's saying, what your mood's saying, how you feel. But if you have focus, something that you're aiming for, that is the start of how you can be successful in life. The other tip I would give you is planning. So you're looking at something, you're saying, this is a destination I want to get to. Put a plan in place of how you're going to get there. It's like someone who's going on a journey and they get their sat nav out and it tells them how long it's going to take them. Now you can't do anything about traffic, you can't do anything about roadworks, but you can put a plan in place and move according to that plan. And if obstacles do come up on the way, which they will do, you can look at how you can move forward. And then the other tip that I would give you about being successful is integrity. There's so many successful business people out there that have done well, but at the expense of others. And integrity is who you are and what you do when no one's looking. Are you going to be truthful at all times? Because in business, as you go forward, you may do really, really well, but if there's something in your character or something you haven't been honest about, eventually it will catch up with you, or it may come out. So if you want to be successful, be integrous, be true to yourself, be honest with the people around you, be fair, do what's right, what you know to do is right, because at the end of the day, that will speak volumes, not only to your customers, but to people that you associate yourself around. So the 3 tips I'll give you is focus, plan, and integrity of character.
Thank you so much. I've learned 3 things today: focus, plan, and integrity. So that's for you to take on board. And before we round up quickly, I just wanted to mention about the webinar. There is a webinar on advanced goal setting, and if you like more information about that, visit www.hopeandvoice.eventbrite.co.uk. And if you would like to get in touch with me, you can either contact me at info@hopeandvoice.com, or if you would like to get in touch with Sharon, where would you like?
Yeah, there's quite a few ways you can get in touch with me. You can follow me, like my Facebook page where I share tips and advice on business, which is facebook.com/businesswithexcellence. You can follow me on Twitter at Sharon BWE, or you can email me info@businesswithexcellence.com, or you can follow me on LinkedIn as well, which is Sharon Mclean.
Yeah, thank you so much for listening. Before I leave you, I just got one quote to leave with you. One quote on success. It says, success is not final. Failure is not fatal. But it's the courage to continue that counts. Winston Churchill. Thank you so much for listening. Goodbye.